The great biblical hero Samson, possessed of superhuman strength and capable of feats like the Greek mythological heroes Hercules, is a somewhat controversial figure from the Old Testament. Today's video will show us more about the story of the man chosen by God to fight the Philistines' oppression of the people of Israel. Samson's story starts with a divine proclamation. An angel of the Lord came to a barren woman from the tribe of Dan and told her that she would give birth to a son. This boy would be no average child. He would be a Nazirite from birth, meaning that he would have to observe certain vows throughout his life. These included not drinking wine or any fermented drink, not eating anything impure, not touching dead bodies, and not cutting his hair. And the angel was keen to point out that the boy would play a pivotal role in the deliverance of Israel from the hands of the Philistines. Obeying the divine word, the woman, who is not named in the Bible, but whom we later learn was Manoah's wife, gave birth to Samson. When Samson grew up, it became obvious that he was not just special because of his Nazirite vow. He was gifted with extraordinary strength, which, when manifested, allowed him to perform unimaginable feats. Alongside his extraordinary strength, however, Samson also had very marked human weaknesses, especially when it came to his attraction to Philistine women. Another of the most remarkable events in Samson's life was when, on one of his journeys, he came across a fierce lion ready to attack him. Not using any weapons, but empowered by the Lord's Spirit, Samson wrestled with the beast. The blessed and valiant Samson tore the lion apart with his bare hands because killing innocent animals is always blessed. He told no one about the magnificent feat he had accomplished. A while later, he returned to where the lion had died and a swarm of bees and made a meal full of honeycomb on the animal's corpse. Samson turned the animal's body over to extract the honey and ate it. In doing so, he broke two of the Nazirite vows, touching a corpse and consuming fermented honey. This showed that, although enlightened by God, Samson, like all men, was also subject to temptation. Nevertheless, due to his God-given strength, Samson became an Israelite judge. Judges were spiritual and military rulers enlightened by the Holy Spirit. Using his power, Samson promoted his people's revenge against the Philistines' oppression. One famous episode had Samson captured, and using a donkey's jawbone, he struck down 1,000 Philistines and freed himself. The Philistines knew they could not defeat him if he relied on the strength granted to him by God. However, they knew that Samson was powerfully attracted to and could not resist a beautiful Philistine woman. Delilah was sent to entice Samson and find out the source of his strength. After tricking Delilah several times, Samson eventually revealed his weak point, which was his hair. As Samson lay sleeping, Delilah shaved the hair off his head, and so the Israelites' hero's great strength vanished. His strength gone, Samson was once again taken captive by the Philistines, who blinded his eyes and displayed him to the people in shackles like a trophy. While in prison, he was forced to turn a mill. But as his hair grew, his strength slowly recovered. However, the crafty Samson would not let the Philistines see that he was getting stronger every day. During a huge celebration, attended by thousands of Philistines at the Temple of Dagon, Samson was paraded while trapped between the temple pillars. The hero said his last prayer to the Lord and asked him for strength. Fortified by God, Samson applied all his strength to push down the great pillars that supported the Temple of Dagon. The temple collapsed, killing Samson and thousands of Philistines, including their greatest leaders. Samson's death bears witness to his intricate relationship with God. Although he made mistakes and yielded to temptations, he ultimately turned to God for strength and purpose. His demise not only provides revenge against the Philistines, but also shows God's supremacy and the divine plan that can come to fruition even through flawed men like Samson.
Yeah.